All right, welcome back. In today's exercise, we're going to review some of the desires that you looked into in the last couple of days' exercises, and we're going to start converting those into goals that you can actually accomplish. So what I want you to do is I want you to look back at the first day when you got into that zone, you were imagining your ultimate life, and I want you to look at the second day, the results that you wrote down in that notebook. I want you to go back so that you can review them. So if you need to go grab that notebook now, then pause the video so that you have it right in front of you. Now, if you're continuing, I'm going to assume that you have your notebook, you have the things that you wrote down in the last couple of days, these desires that you've been connecting to. And how does it feel? Does it feel good to be able to articulate the things that you really want? Doesn't that give you, even just by itself, doesn't that give you a little bit more clarity? So now what I want you to do is I want you to pick the number one desire that you've identified in the last couple of days. Whether it was looking at your role model, something that you really want to feel that you see in your role model, something that you want to emulate and experience in your own life, or whether it's something that you can fantasize about and imagine in your ultimate life. I want you to pick the one thing, and the way that you're going to know the one thing is when you look at it, it's going to create an emotional response, something that really makes you feel desire, something that makes you feel like you would do anything to get it. Something that gives you the most energy to take action and actually make it happen, where if you could have this in your life, regardless of how realistic it feels, if you could actually have this in your life, it would be better than anything else you can imagine. And I know as you're looking, you're going to be able to find one that really stands out as the thing that you just desire the most, that's the most important for you. So I want you to look at this list and choose the one desire that you want the most. Now, when you pick this desire, go ahead and circle it in your journal so you know exactly what it is, or you can get a new page and you can write it down. What's really useful when you have a desire like this is to be able to convert it into an image that you can experience. That's the first step, is being able to experience this desire in some sort of an image, and not just an image, but a feeling, and connecting all of your senses to experiencing this desire. So for example, if you really want a beautiful relationship, then you might imagine waking up with your significant other, the most beautiful relationship, or your ultimate date that you would have with your significant other, the way that they would look at you, the way that they would touch you, the things that they would do for you, the gifts that they would give you, the time that you would spend together. Or if it's something in your health, if your deepest desire is really being able to transform your health and have the body that you want, how would it feel to have that body? How would it look? Like, imagine yourself in the mirror. So what we want to do right now is take a little bit of time today to get crystal clear on that image. And as you're thinking about this image that you can connect with your desire, the whole purpose of this is so that you can return to it. We want to have something that you can return to over and over and over and feel that sense of desire so that you don't lose your connection to it. We want you to be able to go back to the desire anytime that you want so that you can have energy to take the action that you need to take to move toward it. So we're creating something that you can easily access. The way that you do that is think about this desire, and as a part of this exercise, close your eyes, and I want you to have an image. You don't have to close your eyes right now, but as you're doing the exercise, I want you to have an image in your head of what you're going to see. It can just be a snapshot. It only needs to be a moment. Or it can be an extended sequence if that's something that helps you to get more into it and get the feeling. But it should be something that you see with your eyes and make it crystal clear. What do you see that really helps you to experience that desire? What do you hear? Use all of your senses. What are you hearing? What are you saying? What are you feeling in your body as a part of this experience? What can you feel in your body that really intensifies this desire? What are the things that you're saying to yourself that really intensify this desire? Do whatever it takes to create an image, to create an experience for yourself of this desire. And once you have it, just rehearse it. Like, spend a little bit of time there and see what can you do to make it even more intense. I want you to take that desire and just burn it into your nervous system so that you'll never forget it, and so that you can go back to it over and over and over again. If you think about an athlete, somebody who's going to go and win a championship, you think about somebody winning an NBA title, they're holding up the trophy. How many times do you think they imagine what that trophy feels like in their hands? How many times do you think they imagine that experience of looking at the crowd and everybody's celebrating, and they're celebrating with their team, feeling that feeling of victory and being a champion? How many times do you think they visualize that on their way to the top? Probably for decades they were thinking about something like that. Years they were thinking about, as they're going through practice, they're digging back to that desire. So if you can get this desire really clear as something that you can experience over and over on command, it's going to help you to move in that direction. It's going to help us as we're setting our goals in the next couple of days. So take a little bit of time and create that experience for yourself and see if you can just make it as rich as possible so that you really feel the feeling of that desire, because that's what's going to put the energy inside of you to move. It's what's going to put the gas in your gas tank so that you can really move toward that desire and make it happen. Take the action you need to take, make the right decisions even when they're hard, because you can connect to how badly you want this thing. That's what's going to give you the energy to move forward. So take a little bit of time, connect to that desire, get that image crystal clear so you can really experience it, and then I'll see you in the next video.